just exiting the hold at Rattan for the RNP approach to runway 20. We'll maintain the current speed 199, close to 200 knots. We'll cater for the minimum radius turns throughout the procedure. We'll set the first lower altitude of 7,900. We're in VNAV path. We've got our minimum set at plus 50 feet. 4705 plus 50, 4755. We can see the top of descent up ahead here, just beyond Kilo Tango 444. Here's our position here on the map, and also our position here, coming up to KT 448. The weather is clear, so we can better appreciate the terrain for this approach. We want to keep our eye on the VSD and the radio altimeter throughout to make sure that the readings are correct with the barrel. VNAV path. Top of descent very shortly. And we should see a change in the FMA, and we should see a change, of course, here on the path, vertical path indicator. A quick look at the map on the iOS panel. That's our position there. FMC speed. And if we notice on the upper DU, the engine indications we are reducing thrust and slowing, at least descending, I should say. Here's our vertical path, and we're starting to get an indication on the terrain below, on the VSD. You can see the terrain outside. So leaving 9,800 for the 7,900. This is the approach vertical profile. So when we're at KT 424, we should be at 7,900. And then we'll set a lower altitude on the MCP.
Thousand to go.
Check. start configuring now for flaps so we're not rushed in the procedure. Flaps 1. Set flap 1 speed. And we'll set the next lower altitude so we don't level off and stay in VNAV path. Check. 7,400. 84 for 74. Configure for flaps 5. Flap 5 speed set. Good view of the terrain outside. Now we'll configure for landing. Gear down flaps 15. Flap 15 speed. Set. Speed brakes. Arm. Flaps 30. Or 30 plus 5. Set. Set lower. And the minimum, as we know, is 47.55. So 48, rounded up. There's the terrain, and we'll keep a close watch on that. Radio altimeter live, and we are watching the VSD and we're looking outside. When we have a field visual, we'll disconnect all autoflight systems. And then ensure the flight directors are recycled off, back on again. Pilot flying would ask the pilot monitoring to do so. So of course the descent and approach procedures were completed. The descent and approach checklists were completed. The landing procedure and the landing checklist completed, except for the missed approach altitude. 10,500 will set. Set. We're FMC speed and VNAV path. I'm going to leave the autoflight systems engaged just for the demonstration of the accuracy of the work that's been done for this approach and how accurate the FMS flies. Thanks to those in the past in 1990, check,
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
contributed to the world for all of this to happen. Runway in sight, looking good. Check. I'm going to pause the simulator here.
Minimums.
Go to a night scene, just so that we can better appreciate.
Approaching 20.
There we go. And we're indicating just slightly high on the poppy, but still looking good.
Minimum.
And a landing. Of course, we would have disconnected
Unstable.
Okay. There is on the VSD, the runway, the terrain. So the FMS well programmed and well set up. And this is what we are all about here at Lat Long Global, to help those around the world prepare themselves for their training, and especially to critical airports like Kathmandu. Captain Peter Cutsey, South Korea, and of course in Kathmandu, this is your briefing room.